Hey, Martin. So nice to see you today.
Hi, Raphael.
Yeah, I'm so very happy that we can talk together today to talk about the experience you had going through the coaching program with me and the transformation experience. And yeah, we're very looking forward to hear what you have to share. Yeah. Yeah. So maybe can you say a few words of who you are for those who don't know you? Introduce yourself a little bit.
Yes, sure. Okay, so my name is Martin. I'm currently 26 years old. I'm living in Austria, in Vienna now. But basically, I'm originally from France, Paris, and I attended the program, Lifebook program, for some months on 2021. Also being coached by Raphael for this time. Yeah, I'm here today to take time to talk about how it happened for me and how it was.
Great. Yeah. Thank you. Great. Yeah. So I was wondering, if you can share, what was your situation before we started to work together, before you went through the Family Harmony Vision program? What was your situation?
At this moment, I was, I have to say before that, yeah, okay, let's say this. At this moment, I was working in Normandy, in France, in a restaurant. I was living by myself, a bit far from my family, which is from Paris. So I have to say that before that, I was with my family, living for many months all together and having a great atmosphere, great interactions, and it was every day was great, I would say. So the fact that I started to, the difference between the two atmospheres, I really felt by myself, kind of alone also. So it wasn't very easy at this time, but yeah, so it was a bit in this mindset that I was when I started the program.
Okay, so you were living by yourself, and that was a big change from living with your family.
Yeah, I really felt the difference. Yeah.
And so what was your main problem or challenge that you were confronted with?
Yeah, basically the main problem I was facing was more about pornography. I was really affected by it. Yeah, I think also the difference of atmosphere was a big thing, which made me enter to it again, because before, when I was living with my family, I wasn't facing this problem at all. It was really easy. But after I started to live by myself, it was far more difficult. And yeah, that was the main difficulty I was facing. That's why I basically originally called Raphael. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah, thank you for sharing, Martin, about this challenge you were through. Actually, many people are going through these challenges, but it's something we don't always talk about. So thank you for sharing openly about this. And how was this impacting your life, struggling with that?
It was really draining my energy. And also it's let's put it in words, it's a kind of addiction. So it's I don't consider, some people usually don't consider themselves as addicted, but there are different levels of addiction. I think the first step is to recognize it, even if it's hard sometimes to recognize. So yeah, this problem really caused me a lot of troubles in my life, because it was it already has been there for some years already. Started around 21 of yeah. So yeah, it's also it also brings more loneliness to your life when you're facing it, and also feeling of I would say like even with your power, I mean even with your the willpower, you just cannot it just comes back. It's so yeah, I was feeling a bit powerless in front of this problem, and a bit without control of my life, kind of. I mean, at least of this aspect of my life.
Yeah. So it was really draining, and it makes you feel powerless. And yeah, actually, I was about to ask what solutions were you considering? So there was one solution you were trying was willpower, which like it didn't work. What other solutions were you considering to try to solve this problem?
At one moment, I was considering there was a program, High Noon, about it. Once I started a bit, but it wasn't very. I wasn't really serious about it, so it didn't really work. And mainly, mainly using the willpower as a solution, but yeah, in the end, just it's not efficient. Yeah. I mean, in my case, at least. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. And so what made you decide to join this Family Harmony Vision program and work with me? What made you make this decision?
Actually, I had this call with you, Raphael, first to talk about this issue I had. But by talking, and also, yeah, by talking, I also realized that maybe my life was also lacking of a bit of fulfillment. I wasn't feeling so fulfilled in some parts, and some part was maybe not so clear, even for me, about what I wanted really. So yeah, it's like this that I started the program.
Yeah. So you realized through our conversation, it was not just about struggling with an addiction, but actually maybe lacking certain fulfillment in life. Yeah. And
yeah.
And yeah, what do you think would have happened if you didn't decide to join the program work with me?
I think that if I would not decide to do so, maybe this period of being by myself, living in this place and working at the same time, far from my family, I think would have been more difficult. And also, I think that when you are a bit by yourself, you tend to sometimes not take the best decisions, and you can get lost easily. So I think that if I would not have taken the program, maybe I would not have used as good as I did the time I was when I was by myself,
Yeah.
So yeah, and also I think I would have struggled even more with pornography issues.
Yeah. All right. Yes, you felt like in this period of time being alone, yeah, it would have been even more difficult, and it would have been, yeah, you wouldn't have used the time so well, and it would be more difficult to make good decisions, which is not an easy thing.
Yes.
Yeah, and when you made your decision, were there any risks or fears you had before starting to do this work?
No, I wasn't so worried. I mean, maybe the fees was a bit big question for me in the beginning.
Yeah.
But I remember that when we talked, you said something which I would say caught my attention. It was that I was, if I pay the amount and take the program, I was like betting on myself, like betting that I can do it and I have the will and power to do the work and the changes. So yeah, and also that's it. I think about the worries because I know also. I mean, I trust you, Rafael, that you are a good coach. So about this, it wasn't. I wasn't worried so much about the content of and everything, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. So you didn't have so many worries. You felt trust in me. There was some challenge about the fees, but you realized that it was betting on yourself and helping you to commit even more to your transformation.
Yeah. It's true.
All right, then how was the first few weeks when we started to work together on the program? How was the experience?
The first weeks were very, I would say, challenging in the quantity of energy and focus I had to have. Because in the past, I remember that I was already have some periods I was interested in self-development, but it hasn't been so deeply. But this time I really had to focus because, you know, I paid also and I just wanted to make it worthy kind of. And yeah, I think it was a lot of focus, also digging more deeply about the different aspects, the 12 levels of in your life, you know. So yeah, I think that was the main main thing which happened the first weeks.
Yeah, so for you, the first few weeks, what was challenging is to really you never experienced taking so much focus and going so deep on personal development, even though you already did something before. You never did so much work with so much focus. So deeply. And how did you manage that? How do you manage these challenges of, you know, having to put so much energy and focus on this, and even though you never did this before? How did you manage that?
I think that also it arrived in the good timing since I was living by myself. So I had more time to really focus on this and focus on myself, on my self-development. And so yeah, I had more time, but actually the program and the way it is created, I mean, is very well organized. So it was really a good point, and it made it even easier to do the process by cutting in different pieces. So it was on this point it was easy. So I would say about these challenges I faced, I think I just dedicated a time really be focused during this time of the day to refocus on the program. So I did it like this. Yeah.
Yes, you felt like having the time by yourself and then making it a priority to work on this, and also knowing the steps very clearly, and the way the program was organized helped you to go through going through doing so much personal work.
Yeah.
All right, great job. And what today, when looking at your life today, what has changed in your life?
I think I became very attentive to everything which happens in my life. I would say that journaling also is a habit I took by joining the program. it really helped me to really also seeing where I'm going, what I did during the day, for example, during the week, during the months. And for me, I think I became more attentive to every different aspects in my life, actually. And also I would say a big change was how I was envisioning my career, because for me, actually I'm working as a cook since some years already. And I worked in very, I would say, fancy restaurants with a high standard of quality. And always the mindset of this working sector always is you have to give everything at work. You have to all your life you have to give for work and your career, kind of. And some years ago, I already started the process of questioning this for my life. Is it what I really want to just give all I have to work and kind of put aside other aspects of life? And by joining the program, I really confirmed what I wanted. Like, it's not that I want like to focus 100% of my life in career, kind of. So it's really a big thing that I realized and that I made sure about by joining the program.
Yeah, so you feel like much more awareness about all aspects of your life, and it's more clear also how in your vision you don't want to live a life where you just focus on career, but where you really focus, where you make sure everything is going well in all areas of life. And,
yes.
And practicing journaling helps you a lot. That kind of awareness, and consciousness. Yeah,
I feel really, I really feel more confident about what I want for my life. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Confidence. That's important. Yeah. And well, how does this impact these changes now that you experience, this confidence and this clarity and this awareness? How is this impacting your daily life?
Yeah. Can you sorry? Can you repeat the question?
How these changes?
Yeah.
The fact that you have that vision in all areas of life, you feel confident, you have awareness about all areas. How does this impact your daily life? What has changed in your daily life right now, in the way you live your daily life?
Yeah, I would say like it gives more value to the daily life. I mean, it gives more value to like for example the relationships you have in your daily life. Like the fact that I really value the relationship in my life. It really gives more value to the time you spend with for example your family, your friends, even if it's simple stuff, like even if it's not I would say amazing activities or amazing trips, like even the daily life, the daily routine, the daily things you are doing, just eating together, take time to talk about how the day was, and this kind of stuff is really became I think you enjoy more the value of of this. Yeah.
So you're appreciating, enjoying more the value of life, and specifically the relationships. Yeah. And so how do you feel today about all of this, about these changes you've made, about how your daily life has changed? How do you feel?
I feel very grateful I really feel because sometimes I was questioning myself. I mean, about my decision to go to this workplace, you know, like, oh, was it really worthy? But when I see all the way I done, I just think, yeah, it really was worthy. It was, in a sense, maybe God's plans that I see this way, and yeah, when I see all the way which has been done, I'm very happy and very enthusiastic for the future, since I'm more confident about what I really want. And also a really good aspect about the program is like it really makes your vision, because first is you have to think about your vision. But what I liked, it's really like it also makes you reflect about how you want to make it real in your life, about concrete actions, habits, routines. This really was a very good point for me in the program, because I tend to have some difficulty to put ideas into actions. So I really liked it. Yeah. So yeah, now I'm very happy, enthusiastic, and when I see all the way I did, yeah, I'm just grateful.
Yeah, it's amazing. You did amazing work. I remember working with you I was really happy working with you. You amazed me a lot with things you came up in your visions and your goals and the actions.
Thank you.
And yeah, I'm not surprised that you feel so happy and grateful and enthusiastic about the work you've done and what's ahead yeah, because yeah, what's ahead is even more amazing. And yeah, what you liked is that not only it helped you clarify the vision, but also how to actually make it a reality, yeah? How to put actions, yeah.
Yeah.
Great. So happy to hear that. Is there anything else you'd like to share? Any other comments you would like to?
Nothing, but just wanted to thank you, Raphael, because you really had been a big part of this journey. And by your skills as a coach, I mean, I really feel your qualities and skills during the coaching session we had. And yeah, I'm really thankful about you.
Yeah, thank you. It was a pleasure, and looking forward to connect again in the future for whatever projects or working together again. Yeah, thank you so much for taking the time also to share your experience today. You are interested to know more about it. And yeah, thank you so much. All the best.
Thank you, Raphael.